Hi, welcome to Lanas y Ovillos. My name is Alba, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this blanket made with small squares with the C2C crochet technique. Every square is like 10 centimeters per 10 centimeters, and you only have to join all the squares to get this blanket. If you are new in this channel, remember to subscribe and click on the bell to receive the notifications of all my new videos. Remember that you can find in my website, you can find the link on the description below, hundreds of free knitting, amigurumi and crochet video tutorials, also with written patterns, and you can also find the pattern to download of this blanket. Remember, you can find the link on the description below. Let's go now with the materials and the step-by-step. To make this blanket I used 950 grams of this cotton thread from the brand Casasol. Here you can see the specifications of this material. I'm using a combination of two colors. In this case I use more yarn of the pink color than the green, because you have to make more rows with the pink color and because you make the edge also with the pink color. This blanket is made joining different squares. Every square is 10 centimeters per 10 centimeters, and I used 80 squares. And the sizes of my blanket are 86 centimeters per 1 meter and 6 centimeters. I used a 3mm crochet hook, scissors and a needle. Start now making a square. Start with a chain 6. Make a chain 3. Mark the chain number 3 with your finger, chain 3 again, and you have to make 1 double crochet on the chain number 3, on the following chain another double crochet, and on the first chain also 1 double crochet. This is the first square, the first corner of our square. Start the following row with a chain 6 again. Make a chain 3, mark with your finger the chain number 3 and chain 3 again. Make 1 double crochet on the chain number 3, a double crochet on the chain number 2 and a double crochet on the chain number 1. You made the first square of the second row. Now you have to take the first square, the square of the corner, and you have to turn the square to make a slip stitch on the double crochet. Here you can see the chain 3. On this double crochet you have to make a slip stitch. Once you have the slip stitch, now you have to chain 3 and make on this space under the in between of the chain 3 and the double crochet here, you have to make 3 double crochet on this space. 3 double crochet. You made the second row. You have 1 square on the first row, 2 squares on the second row. Now you have to start with the third row. In this case you have to change, in my case I will change the color now and start with a chain 6. Make 1 double crochet on the chain number 3, 1 double crochet on the chain number 2, and 1 double crochet on the chain number 1. Again, turn the squares that you have to make a slip stitch on the double crochet, on the first double crochet that you made on the previous row. Here, make a slip stitch, chain 3, and make 3 double crochet on the space in between of the chain 3 and the double crochet. Here, 3 double crochet, then make again a slip stitch with the following square. You have to join this square with the following square with a slip stitch, then chain 3, and make the 3 double crochet on the space in between of the chain 3 and the double crochet. You made the row number 3, finishing with 3 squares. Start the row number 4 also with a chain 6, make the 3 double crochet, 1 on the chain number 3, 1 on the chain number 2, 1 on the chain number 1, turn again the square, and make a slip stitch to join this square that you are making with the square of the previous row. Chain 3, and make 3 double crochet on the space in between of the chain 3 and the double crochet. Join with a slip stitch and make again the chain 3 and the 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space. This is what you have to repeat to complete 4 squares. Now you have to continue making 2 more rows with the other color. Place the yarn, chain 6 again, make the double crochet on the chain number 3, on the chain number 2, and on the chain number 1. Turn the square to join with a slip stitch, and then you have to repeat the squares as you made on the previous rows. Chain 3 and 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space, Join with a slip stitch, chain 3 and make 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space. This is what you have to repeat to arrive at the end to make the last square. Repeat one more row with this color, chain 6, three double crochet on the chain number 3, the chain number 2 and the chain number 1. Join with a slip stitch, start again with the chain 3, the 3 double crochet, slip stitch, chain 3, the 3 double crochet. This is what you have to repeat to the end of this row. Now you have to change the color again. In this case I will make only one row with this color because this is the row of the center of the square. And repeat the same that you made on the previous rows, the chain 6, the 3 double crochet on the 3 chains, then join with a slip stitch, chain 3, make the 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space, join with a slip stitch, chain 3, the 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space, and this is what you have to repeat to the end of this row. Now you have to change the color on the following row, but in this case we are going to start decreasing. We made increases to this row and now we have to make decreases to close the square. To make the decreases you have to make 3 slip stitches with the same color that you are working now. Then change the color, cut the yarn and change the color. And start the following square. You have to start with a chain 3 and make 3 double crochet on this space of the in between of the chain 3 and the double crochet. Then repeat the same that you made on the other rows. Slip stitch, chain 3, the 3 double crochet, repeat the same. And you have to continue, but you have to stop making squares here at the last square that you have on the previous row. You don't have to make a square on this square. Once you finished, you have to turn make 3 slip stitches, and start again with the chain 3 and make the 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space. Join with a slip stitch, repeat the squares, and you have to stop making the square. You have to join with a slip stitch on this square, and you don't have to make one square on this square. Now you have to change the color on the following row, but you have to make the slip stitches with the same color that you are working. Make the 3 slip stitches and then change the color and start again the chain 3. The 3 double crochet, slip stitches, and this is what you have to repeat the squares to arrive at the last square. And here make a slip stitch to finish this row. Turn and make the 3 slip stitches. Chain 3 and make again the 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space. Join with a slip stitch and repeat the same that you made on the other squares to the end of the row. Join with a slip stitch on the last stitch, on the last square, and you have to make now the 2 last rows with the new color, but turn, make the 3 slip stitches with this color, place a new color, make the 2 squares of this row, the chain 3, the 3 double crochet, join with a slip stitch, the last square of this row, make the chain 3 and the 3 double crochet, join with a slip stitch, turn, make the 3 slip stitches, chain 3 and make the last square. Make a 3 double crochet on the chain 3 space, join with a slip stitch and cut the yarn. You made 1 square. Remember that to make this blanket I made 80 squares. Now, once you have all the squares that you need to make your blanket, you can join the squares using a tapestry needle, or in my case, I will join the squares with the crochet hook. And I will join making slip stitches, taking one stitch of one side, one stitch of the other side of the other square, make a slip stitch, repeat the same, take one stitch of one square, one stitch of the other square, and make a slip stitch. And this is what you have to repeat to join all the squares that you need on this blanket. Once you have all the squares joined, you have to make, if you want, you can make an edge of double crochet. To make the edge of double crochet, you have to start making one edge of slip stitches around all the corners of the blanket. Make one slip stitch on each stitch of the corners all around the blanket. Once you have all the slip stitches, you have to start the row of double crochet. Chain 3 and make one double crochet on each slip stitch, but taking the top loop of the slip stitch. Here, taking this loop, make one double crochet. On the following stitch, make the same, one double crochet, but taking the back loop. This loop of here, taking this loop, make one double crochet all around this corner, all around this side. And then once you are at the corner, you have to make one double crochet, chain 1 and one double crochet on the other side. Continue making double crochet on this side. And make the corners making a double crochet, chain 1 and one double crochet. Once you finish the edge of double crochet, you have to join with a slip stitch. You can make only one row if you prefer of double crochet. To make the second row, you have to start with a chain 3, make 1 double crochet on each double crochet, to the corner. Once you are at the corner, on the chain 1 space, you have to make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet on the chain 1 space, and continue making double crochet on the sides. And this is how you have to make the second row of the border. Well, that's all. I hope you like it. Remember to subscribe and click on the bell to receive the notifications of my new videos. Remember to visit my website to find hundreds of free knitting, crochet and amigurumi patterns. And as always, thank you for watching and see you on the next video.